smiling? Have you got chubby cheeks? Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. Look at this.
Who's this?
I cannot believe the coverage we have in the Weekend Australian today. This is just absolutely amazing. So Spencer made the actual front page, and this headline, when I saw the headline, I just burst into tears. Mum who just never gave up, and that fantastic photo. Luke actually took that black and white pic of Spencer. And then we've actually also got a news article in the main paper, and this is one of the most nicest pictures of our family. And Amity, you look so beautiful in this pic. So it's on page...
Here it is, on page 5.
Oh yes, I show. That is absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Amity.
And Glenn Hunt took that photo. He came around, what day did he come around? Thursday, I think.
Thursday.
Yeah. And that is just a gorgeous family picture of all of us and Spencer. He's now 8 weeks old. And then, oh wow, the piece de resistance, this magazine spread is just unbelievable. Like honestly, the pictures taken by Natalie Grono, absolutely fantastic. And the article by Jamie Walker is, when I did see a draft of it, I burst into tears. He's just got the emotion, he's got the journey. I mean, this pic's amazing. Of Spencer just born. It is so great.
And something I wasn't totally expecting is that the digital version is a little bit different from the actual paper version. And so this is the digital paper, and you can see Spencer's there, right front and centre, literally up the top in the middle.
And what I really love about the article is he also talks about Australian IVF laws here, saying they are outdated. Yes, they are. I definitely agree with that. And one thing I really love, there's a line in it I particularly think is great. He says, if the Olga Clinic in Russia can offer that live birth guarantee, which is why we went to the Olga Clinic, why not can't, but why won't our profitable Australian IVF providers do the same? So just the use of that word, why won't our Australian providers do the same? Not can't, why won't they? So I just think that is a really valid point, because so many Australian couples spend everything they have here on IVF only to walk away with nothing. And so the fact that the Olga Clinic in Russia offers that live birth guarantee is just absolutely amazing.
Congratulations, what a beautiful journey, we love the outcome, just enjoy the precious time.
Oh, that's
Someone
nice.
said very glad things worked out for them.
We really appreciate those that have been supportive.